you guys are. Hello, how you guys been? So, one thing I want to show you guys today. Vamo, remember the E-Huge? Well, I've got their little brothers here. Now first, I want to start taking a vape real fast, so I want to show you guys my little secret I was telling you about. The Vamo that's coming. It's already here, out to buy. I'm not going to leave you a link to get it yet, because I got to show you guys a review on it first. It should go pretty well. Gotta wait a little while though, because I want to throw a fresh tank on it. It's something a little better than what I got for it. It's pretty nice, pretty solid, works pretty well, but show you guys how it works for now. Just real fast. Just a little preview to the next video. Now that, my friends, right there, that's quality. Goes up to 30 watts, hits like a freaking dream, like a bat out of fucking hell. It's crazy. Now, time to get on to the real stuff. What you guys came here to see, what you guys want to see. This is the Vamo E-Huge for the big brothers. Now, what I want to show you guys, I know I've already said it, sorry, a little bit slow today. Then I got an off day, no sleep, don't worry about it, I can handle it. This is the Vamo V5. Its little brother. Now I'll take off the tank to show you real quick. Also another fast preview I think you guys will be very excited about. Maybe. I don't know if you guys are RDA users or regular tank users still. This right here, this is the Nautilus Mini. Works absolutely great. Best tank I've had so far to date that wasn't RDA. Or RBA for your preferred users for that name. Both work, not a big deal. Now, what I want to show you guys real quick, well, they'll show you the second one real quick, sorry. It's been very slow. This is not going to go as a good video, but I know enough about it that I can't make a real mistake, so don't worry about it. Probably won't even be a cut or edit here. It's going to go that good, in some ways. Alright. Now I'll pull out its little brother, well, the other little one. This is the Vamo V3. The other little brother. 2 models down from this one. I'd show you guys the rest of them in between, but it's been such a pain in the ass to find. It's been freaking hell to find the other ones. So sorry about that, guys. I can't show you those ones. It's just I can't find a store that sells them, honestly, and I don't really shop off eBay because, well, then prices tend to rise here and there. And, you know, if I'm doing a lot of videos, I can't afford to buy the best mods out there and buy all of them at once. So you guys have to bear with me on that. But for now, you can see this is this one here, the V3. This is the V5, my personal one, works amazing. This one's got a vinyl wrap on it, I can't show you it without it. Sorry, I don't have one in here, I don't have a second one I own either. It's beyond scuffed and scratched to hell, so believe me, you want to see it with the vinyl wrap. You can get those for about, I don't know, $2 to $5. Not too bad, not too spendy. Well, what I want to go over with you guys here, well, I'll show you the box real fast, then I'll explain the bodies of them. I'm going to put this big guy away. Big Brother's already been seen. You guys want to see a link, want to see a video of that? Go to a link I'll put in the description. No big deal. It's a pretty nice mod, though. Nothing better that I've found other than the Vamo EMEC. By the way, that is the name for this. The Vamo the EMEC, technically. But it is by Vamo. Hate the name, it's stupid as shit for a company name, but, you know, you work with what you got, everyone's got their own way of naming things, no big deal. So, yeah, I'll show that to you guys in the next review, well, maybe the next one, we'll see what I got coming. It might be the 134, you'll see. But, this is the box, pretty basic stuff. I'd show you the box for this one, I'm not exactly sure where it's at anymore. It's probably being used to hold some extra flavors right now, and a couple batteries, a few basic miscellaneous things like that. So, comes in a box just like this. It's not too bad of a box. I guess it's decent. You're not going to get this crushed in packaging, so you don't have to worry about anything getting smashed on the way. Nothing like that from the mail carrier. Shout out to all you mailmen out there that done a good job bringing my products. Only a few things have been broken or scratched, so you guys done a good job, by the way. I don't know if any of you are seeing it, but if any of you guys are mailmen out there, thank you very much. Alright. Back to our APV mod. Let's see. Take off the little top here. Just put the mod in there for now. Comes, well, you can get them without, for the V5. I'll let you guys know the prices in the description too. Word of warning, you can get this one. Well, just a word of warning about the V3. You cannot get it without batteries on eBay or too many sites. It's kind of become like a, well, I'm pretty sure it's not even being made anymore, so it's got to be discontinued. But it's pretty easy to find on eBay or maybe Fast Cycle Carried or some sites like that. I don't really go on them too much, but I go on there to research a few mods, things like that. They got good descriptions, they have good mods there, decent prices. I'll probably leave a link to their site if I can actually find it on their site. I'm pretty sure the V5's on there. I've heard that a few times. I never had a reason to buy a second one, so there's not been a lot of reason to go searching. I mean, it's not broke on me. No real glitches, no troubles, no hell. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think back, but no, I don't remember really anything going wrong with this one. It's held up pretty stable throughout all of it. So, you can get this one with batteries and without, so I'll give you the price ranges before I finish off showing you the box. Sorry, I know I'm kind of scatterbrained all the damn time, but I want you guys to get all the info before I can get a chance to even try and forget it. So, you can get it with, you get this one with batteries sometimes, mostly. It's usually easier to find that way, but you can find it without them. If you have 18 650s and 350s, or either one really, you can use them both on there, so it's pretty easy to find batteries. Or if you're looking up this video, I'm guessing you might already have those batteries in another mod. Maybe you're just getting started out. These are beautiful starter kits. They're the best thing you can get for a starter kit for this price. There's nothing at all better I've ever found. Unless you're going mech mods and RDAs, you're not going to find anything cheaper, and those usually cost more anyway, depending on the clone or authentic, and you know, the basics, pretty simple stuff. These are not clones, by the way, these are the real deal. I don't know if they even make clones, just to officialize so you guys know. Alright, now we're back to the box real fast. Box here. Comes with a little charger, it's nothing too special. I'll see if there's a brand on it, really. No real branding there, not much really I can really... I don't know what this N means, but if that helps any of you guys out, yeah, not really, but still. It's got the little wall piece you can pull out. I have one of these at home, they work okay. The only trouble is little prongs, you can't really bend them much, so if you have them in something that, let's say you put like a 4-cord thing, I have like 4 or 5 cord thing, extension piece, you can put, I have mine on a wall hanging, so for me, this falls off all the time. It's going to get in the way of like your other chargers maybe, or like whatever you have plugged in, so you're going to need like a wall spot, or like, you're going to need some extra space for it, so don't be too worried about that. You can always get other chargers, or ones that plug in through cord instead of by the little piece here. Not a bad charger though, I've had them myself, they work pretty nice. They have a tendency to burn out here or there, so you're probably going to want a second one or whatnot. I have the exact same one at home, it's held out pretty strong mostly. The only trouble is, one time I tried to charge, I think I put on 2 batteries at once with, I don't really know how I did it to hurt it. It gave me some problems with that. One side of it burnt out fully and didn't work again. I don't know what's wrong with it. You could smell the burning machine in it, the metal in that. You know that smell when there's something, when you like smell almost like a short, whatever it is. It's hard to give you a real description on that. Don't worry about it, not a big deal. I'm not going to keep on blabbing about this charger. You can always get other ones for like $5, no big deal. I'll give you a link for those types of things too in case you get the V5 without batteries or charger. Comes with these 2 little batteries here. 350s, they're not too bad. 18 350s work okay. They're nothing really special, but they do the job. They get it done, and one of these in there will last you for about I can't be too sure. I don't really use them in that mode anymore, not even the slightest these days, but it should last you for about half a day, maybe a full day, depending on your vaping, how much you do in that, you know, basics, things like that. So, most of them will look like this. You want the flat style, probably. The bigger ones don't fit in there the greatest all the time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It really depends. I'll tell you the milliamp real quick. It's going to be a little hard to read on camera because it's got the reflective, well, it's got that little piece of plastic on there that's reflecting, so. It's 900 milliamps, not too bad, not much, but combine them together you got 1800, so that's not too bad at all. It'll work pretty nice. You're not gonna, I don't think you're gonna kill them in one day unless you're working pretty hard at it. I mean, I've done it once or twice, but honestly, I can tell you guys for myself. I got the eMech 3 days ago. This thing has 2 batteries in there. I vaped more than 800 hits. I'll just check it real fast. It tells me. Yeah, just one sec here, it's powering up. There you go. Yeah, I've only had this about 3 or 4-ish days now. I don't remember exactly which day I got it now, but I'm at 928 hits, so I'm going pretty strong at this. And this is on an RDA too, so I'm constantly hitting this thing. It's had no other tank on there even, because I won't want to try any other tanks on there, other than the Mini. But still, it's always the RDAs, and I've taken 828 hits. So yeah, I vape pretty damn hard on these things. There's no real stop time, because working in a vape shop, that's what you're doing all day mostly, other than making sales and teaching customers things. So yeah, pretty basic stuff for how much I vape. So I don't know how much you guys do. Maybe 100 hits, 200 a day, possibly. If you guys do that, then it's gonna last you probably all day to maybe maybe till the next day a little bit, not too long. One recommendation I have to tell you guys, if you're using these, the 18650s, you're going to want to put one of these in at a time and keep one fully charged in your pocket. It's not because you can't have both of them in there. They don't have any glitches or troubles with that, as far as I know in the past when I used them. But you want to have a spare with you. And another thing to add to that, you always want to keep one charged, so that way you can keep one at home fully charged to bring with you. You might want, if you're going to stick to these ones, and you're going to keep it in the smaller size, I'd recommend always having 3 just in case. So you can always carry one extra with you, keep one at home that's always about, well, not always charging, that's charging for a while. These will charge for about an hour to maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 tops. I don't think it'll take that long. I don't really use them anymore. They're not my preference. They're not bad, but they're not for me. Alright. So, also comes with these 2 little tanks here. Nothing at all special, not even slightly. You can use them, but you turn either of these ones up too high and they're gonna toast it. They're gonna fry it in one hit. So you gotta make sure you keep it pretty safe, pretty steady. I recommend you stay in voltage for that part though. You can use them in wattage, but it's a little harder to get used to it when you know how much the egos and stuff work at. So they go for egos, they're about 3.7 watts usually. Well, not watts, sorry. They're usually 3.7 volts. So yeah, pretty easy to just set it there and leave it there so you won't burn through them. When I previously got mine, when I got my V5, it gave me problems with these tanks. They wouldn't even fire. I had to move it around a lot to even get it on there. I have no idea why whatsoever. I tried it in other mods, even my egos, and they even rejected them. So I'm thinking maybe I got bad ones. You might want to have a tank waiting at home already with you, or have another one coming in the mail, one that's cheap. I mean, I recommend myself the Aspire Nautilus Mini. They have them on eBay for about $25 now. I got mine pre-order, so it was about, well, pre-sale technically. I got that one for about 34 or 36. I don't remember. I got it from a guy in there called Brad. He doesn't have them on there anymore. That was I think that was the only thing he was going to sell because he's never had anything else for reviews and such. So don't worry about that stuff. It doesn't matter at all. But if you want to get one of those, they're still on there. I checked just yesterday myself. Now, these CE4s, I'm not going to pull them out and show them to you and all that. I have one here that I'll show you guys the exact same thing. I'll pull it up for you. I'll show them, I'll let you guys know if these ones will work instead of the way mine went, so I can let you know that much. I'm not going to put fluid in it and vape on them for you. I'll show you guys this one. It's the exact same thing in every single way, except for one thing. It doesn't matter though, so I'll just let you guys know what it is. This one here has got the black tip. It's got this little, piece on the top, a little grommet that stays on the top there. So it is black underneath there. Not a problem. It'll work just fine. Yeah, this C4 is already a little bit. The other C4 I have here is a little bit crappy, but it should work for vaping just real quick. They're nothing special. They always have problems, so you don't want to keep using these on a nice mod like this. You're gonna want to get something a little bit better. You can get cheaper things. I'll show you what those are later. Don't worry about it right now. You guys will get to see all of that. That's why all this shit over here is laying there. It's not just for show and for you guys to think I'm master of vaping and I have all that stuff sitting here. It's to show you guys what it'll look like on there. For a couple of them, maybe how they'll vape. I got a few here I'm going to use myself, so I don't have to go through all the packaging and taking out all these for you. I'm just going to show you what they're like on there, so don't worry about that. You guys will see how they work on there. I'll make sure they're all tested. So that way, I'll make sure they all read on there. If they read on there, they'll hit on there. But I'm not going to hit on them for you, so don't worry about that. If you guys want to see some of those, you can usually look up the Pro Tanks and the Aspires. Just let you guys know one thing. I do not prefer the Pro Tanks at all. They're not horrible if you build the coils on them, which you can do. There's reviews and videos like that on there. I might make one myself for you guys, but don't usually go with a Pro Tank as your starter. They're okay, but every one I bought so far, they're just the worst I've ever had, and I just can't go back to them. Honestly, some days I prefer CE4s over Pro Tanks, so that tells you something. Not all of these I know about as much, but I'll probably give a few of them tests and that to let you guys know about the Mega and a few things. Don't worry about it. You guys will hear about that later on. So I'll throw these back in the kit, show you what it all looks like when it was laid in there. Mine at home, I didn't really keep the box around much. I still have it somewhere just for like storing things and such. So yeah, this is what it looks like here. I'll throw it back in there. It comes in a little plastic thing here for your mod and that. I don't want that on there for extra shit to peel off and show you guys. It's just more work on me and more time in the video for you, so not as much help. But yeah, there's this one here. That's how it'll look. Alright, and put the top back on there. We won't need to look at any of that anymore the whole time. Yeah, just 1 sec. Sorry, these boxes are a little fidgety and such. They pack pretty nice, but yeah. It says atomizer and battery, by the way. Top here says, enjoy smoking anywhere, anytime, the choice of the new generation. The exact same thing that Yehuge said, so not much going on there. CE, certified, you know, that stuff. On the label, on the box, the little back label here, it tells you, just let you guys know if you guys want to make sure you had the right model when you got it, if you haven't got a chance to open it, or you're just too busy one day. This one here, it has its little labels, so Vamo V3 there, it has the black chrome, this is the black chrome edition. The exact same chrome style as my own. You can see it up there in the head a little bit. I know it's a little hard to tell. Sorry guys, it's just, yeah. It's a little hard to tell there. I mean, I know my case isn't like the greatest for that. It's got the little C certification in the bottom. Yeah, no big deal. And yeah, I think these are still made by KSD. I have no clue how to find their website. I've done a lot of hunting to find it, and I can't find shit. So, you guys have better luck. Post a comment, let me know, because I don't have the time to search for all that and mods for all you guys. It's too much to do at once. So, yeah, I'll do some research later on and figure it out. Maybe it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but yeah. So right here we have these two of the V3. These come in 3 different colors, by the way, I believe. One's like more of like a mallet finish for the, well, yeah, matte finish, however you'd say that for these ones here, the V5s. Comes in the black chrome, which I have, and it comes in the stainless steel. I recommend getting the stainless steel, honestly, because this thing is scratched the living hell. Like it is beyond scuffed and scratched beyond this case. I mean, that's why I had to get it, because I didn't want to throw this thing away and go get a new one. I wanted to keep it around for as long as I could, because I want to find out when its breaking point is. I've had this one since my first time vaping, pretty much. I mean, I started out with a little ego, but I went to this immediately, well, nearly immediately after. I tried out something else, a little variable voltage device, nothing special. Click it 3 times, it does that. You guys might see that later on, I don't know. It's a little hard to find that one, so I don't know if there's a point to showing you guys it. I don't think anyone really has it. Me and my friend Dom had a lot of trouble even finding it in the first place, so yeah, you guys probably won't find one of those around these days. I don't know, maybe Vision Spinner is about the same, but that one didn't have a spin on it, the one I'm talking about. Okay, so, well, yeah, this one has these ones I believe have the exact same 3 sets, well, 3 colors in that, so I still recommend getting the stainless steel one. I've heard that one doesn't scratch as bad. At the time, I figured I'm not going to scuff it, I'm not going to scratch it, it's not going to get hurt, because I don't usually drop a lot of things. You might see me doing videos because I'm trying to focus on talking and thinking, but in everyday life, I'm not really big on dropping my mods, much of it all. So, yeah. Just real quick, I gotta think real fast. I'm gonna look at these and let you know a few things. Yeah, just real sorry, it's weird day. Yeah. Yeah, get the stainless steel one for sure. It's the best one I've heard of so far that doesn't have any issues. I think this is mainly what the stainless steel will look like. You can't see the scratches as well on it. They don't pop out. The chrome one is a fingerprint magnet. It's beyond a fingerprint magnet. You can see them everywhere on it. So you're not going to get away from that no matter what you do. Sorry to say it, you're going to notice them. They don't bother me so much because the thing's so dark I can't see them like on the VTR. The VTR is the worst fingerprint magnet in the world. It's got more fingerprints on it than the police have on people. I'm not kidding. It's that bad. But, yeah. So we're going to go over the body section of it real quick. These two are exactly the same in every single way for looks-wise, except for the coloring in them. Give you a close look at those two. No real difference there, other than the color. And maybe, I guess possibly the metal on it. These might be made of like a copperish thing underneath. I've seen my scratches come out a little weird, but I've seen them look stainless too sometimes, so I can't really comment on that one. I'd say they're probably stainless underneath the metal in that, with this polish on there, so that's why they end up scratching up so bad, because it's not a real... I don't think it's like anodized or whatnot, or like special colors, you know. It's not gonna stay forever. You cannot get it to stay forever unless you get like some special, like, I don't even know if they make them right now. I've tried to look them up, like, maybe if you get a silicone case for them, that's possible. Alright, I'm gonna stop yapping because we're getting way too far into my own personal thoughts. It's more about you guys. I'm just giving my personal opinions, so let's stay out of my thoughts for a little while. If we can manage it. So, right here I'm already noticing one quick thing. I'm just going to make a feel over this, make sure they're about the same a little bit. Yeah. See the screens there? These Vamos always had a problem with that. I haven't found them where they don't stick out. Even the big brother here, the E-Huge, has a popping out screen a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it so well. I might try to do a close screenshot if you guys don't see one after me saying this. I couldn't get a good picture of it. It might be hard to pop up in that. But yeah. So, these little screens stick out a little more than they should. I guess it's not a real problem because it does kind of protect the innards of it a little better, I guess. But the thing is, they get scuffed and scratched a lot. Now, my own personal one, I'm going to turn it on once, see if I can see any of them anymore. Yeah, there's not that big of scratches on my personal one. They used to look like there were, but I think they kind of got, I think it was just some grime stuck on there. Sometimes it happens where it just starts to wipe away one day, or maybe it's the plastic getting a little bit worn in, I don't know. Both my mods have no scratches on the screen at all, except, well, the E-Huge, oddly enough, it just got its first one today. And I left it in my bag for, like, my work bag for a little while and that. I'm guessing maybe a few tanks got thrown at it while it was inside the bag or something. I'm pretty sure it'll come out pretty easily. I haven't really cared to tamper with it, because the E-Huge is kind of replaced now. I never thought I'd be able to replace it, but the Dopo has done it, so... This thing is probably going to be retired for the most part, unless I'm, like, going on some big vacation, or unless Aspire makes a great new Nautilus again. The old tanks are good, but they can't compete with RDAs perfectly. They try, though. They really, really try. So, we're going to go over the body construction. We'll go over the V3 first. I'm going to pull out the stainless steel. It's probably a lot easier to see on camera. I like the black chrome better, personally, myself, but that's just because it's easier to hide in the dark, well, you're going to lose it easier in the dark, too, by the way. I've lost them several times in my own bed. Never lost the E-Huge yet, to this day, anywhere, because it's too frickin' big to lose, so... Yeah, you guys might want to get that one instead if you like a bigger mod, but you want to get started that can mostly compete with the Pro Vari. I don't know much about how the Pro Varis work in a lot of ways, but I know they go up to about the same. Well, the earlier Pro Varis go up to about the same the voltage and wattage wise. So you want a mod that can compete pretty close with those. Stay up there with the higher grade mods. This is definitely one of them. It's not up there with all the mods I'm going to show you guys because mine are going to be some of the craziest, scariest, exotic mods there are out there. So. You guys get to see the regular ones quite a bit here and there, but still, I want to do a lot of the more crazy ones so you guys can see what's really out there, not just what the hype is and everyone else walking around the streets with one, so, yeah. But for today, I'll show you this one. So, comes apart, 4 different sections, technically. Now, I'm going to show you this same style. First, we're going to do the close-ups on this one mainly, but I want to show you the same style on this one. It is mostly the same. But the thing is, one of the sections in the battery does not remove. So, you can't take it fully down like this. I don't know really why you'd want to, other than like put it in a little bag so no one can find it at all, maybe. But, yeah. Only this section here comes off. Even when I had the vinyl wrap off, I tried and tried and tried, and this part just does not want to come off. So I'm sorry about that. It's just, I can't get it off. There's no real way unless you pull it straight down and off, so it's not going to be hard to do. So yeah, this one comes off the exact same ways. Pretty simple stuff. Stays on there about the same. Now, one thing I want to mention to you guys that I hadn't noticed too much in the past, it hadn't really bothered me too much, but here on these contact pins, this has not been upgraded yet so far, from what I can tell. So. That has not changed. The contact pins in these, that little one in there, mine's been used a lot. It might look a little weird because the grommets on the inside has gotten a little messed up and that. But yeah, That is not a. There's no copper contact pin in there. It's just the regular old stainless one. So you guys are gonna be. It's not gonna. It might not hit the greatest compared to some of them, but a lot of these tanks right now for the regular styles, they don't really have the copper ones either. So I don't think it's gonna matter at all, like much of it ever. I'll check here in the nozzles real quick, see if this one even has one of those. Because I got it sitting here. I mean, I used to use it a lot, but yeah, these are all just mostly like stainless or something like that, maybe nickel that it goes through. I don't know. I don't know which one's right conductor for that. I haven't really taken much research into them, but there's no copper pins there for that one, like the E-Huge. The E-Huge has that, so I don't know if that's a problem for you. It still hits the same as any other mod I've tried. It hits better than most of them because when I fire these things, they seem to be very, very accurate wattage-wise in that. Because I've tried it compared to the EMEC, and the EMEC is pretty much solid for how close it is on the watts and volts, as far as I can tell. I don't really have a chart to show you guys something like that, so sorry, that's not something I want to get into. It's just a lot of extra stuff to show you guys, longer videos, and it'd borify the shit out of you. So yeah, that one's all back together. This one here, well, I'm going to show you something in the body real quick before I start turning it on and doing all the extra stuff. That'll go a lot faster, so don't worry. This video's going to be slow in the start, so I want to make sure you guys get all the body construction in that, because when you get a mod, you want to make sure it's going to look nice, so it can actually compete with the real mod. So when you show someone it, you're not going to get laughed at, or, you know. I've never had anyone ever laugh at me for having a Vamo. They either know about it or they don't, and they're very surprised. So, also, these Vamo threads are very, in general, they're very adaptable to other mods. You can get the Vamo tubes online. So, like, I have the Kato hammer. I don't have it in here with me, but it fits right on there, and it's tube construction with the battery on. So if you want to extend something, you can. It just makes things a lot easier on most mods because the threads are pretty standard and they fit on a lot of things pretty easily. I don't know about all the mods out there, but it fits pretty nice and everything. So that can be nice to have even if you just want extra tubes. So what I'll show you here, this has got no wrapping on it and that, so it'll go in there and it'll work instantly. But yeah, this is the shortened version for this one. Works pretty nice. I don't really like the shorter one myself. I like something I can carry around in the hand well without. I don't use it to hit with my thumb. I use my index finger for hitting all the time. It's just a weird preference for me. I just don't like feeling like I have to hold it up and hold it at the same time with my thumb too. So for me it just feels easier to do this. It's up to you guys, your own preference, no big deal. But yeah, this is the shortened version of the V3, and this is the Vamo shortened version of the V5. Let's see. I can try to get that to slide in there. I don't think it's... Oh, yep, it'll come out. Sorry. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I still got the wrapping on there. I'm not about to unwrap it right now. But yeah, just for basic understanding, I'm going to take that out so I don't have to go through all that hell a second time. That's not worth digging around on the floor while you guys watch me make fun... Well, you guys make fun of me, so... I don't mind being made fun of, but it's supposed to be kind of a serious video, yet still fun video, so... Yeah. That's what they look like. No big differences at all, honestly. I mean, one thing I do prefer, I wish they made the V5 with the exact same construction as these. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart too well for the most part, but it would have been just a lot nicer in general, because you can... I like the way this little look is on it, because let's say it got scratched and scuffed. People aren't going to pay much attention to the scratches and scuffs so much when you're looking at the body in that. Now, I'm not sure why they made a V3, and, well, I know why they made the V3, what I don't know why is why they made the V4 and then the V5 too. I'm not sure what's really wrong with this one. I never bought the V3 to try it out. V5s are a little easier to find for most cases because they're a little bit newer. I mean, they're not newish. They're not the newest ones out there, but they are the newest Vamos out to date right now that I know of. And they work pretty nice, but I don't know exactly why they had to replace it. Maybe what I'd guess for you guys real quick is these ones. This one's probably got some better internals, like towards the parts and wires, maybe some of that stuff. Maybe it's built a little better internally. Maybe they just wanted a little better model that'll do that, because these ones have the exact same setups inside as far as I know. It's about the same chip, same screens, same buttons, same clickiness. I'll show you what that's like real quick. There's no batteries in them, so I can turn on. Mine's not as clicky, but it's gotten worn in a lot. My fire button is still very, very clicky, pretty much like the day I bought it. This one is fully new, never been touched till just today, other than taking out of the package. But yeah, that one still clicks. Still clicks just fine. It's still got the same resistance in that on it when you try to go to hit it in that. Now on mine, these buttons, these top two buttons, I got a little bit worn in, but they're not about to break out. They always work no matter what, as long as I press them. So they never once not worked when I pressed it. Never been a big problem, so don't get too worried about the buttons giving you issues. If you don't like extra buttons, this is probably not the mod for you. If you're like me and you like having a few extra buttons just so you can fiddle with things easier without pressing like one button for everything, as great as it is to have less buttons, it's still not a big deal. It's no big trouble. So what I'm going to show you, what I want to show you guys is for like battery-wise. If you get batteries for these, I'd recommend getting the two of the little ones, probably two of the big ones as well, so that way you can shorten up if you want to. You don't really need to shorten it up. It depends on how picky you are. If you want to fit in your pocket nice. It does fit in the pocket very nice, but it is going to stick out of your pocket generally. I have pretty big pockets when it comes to like pants and that and things like that, so it does pop out quite a bit at the time. So it's no bigger than your regular mods. It's pretty short for the most, kind of short, kind of smallish, but you can see it fits in the hand pretty nice. It's solid. It stays. Well, that just sucked. My camera randomly stopped recording while I was doing this. I don't have Dama here today to watch the camera at all, so yeah, I just lost like most of the review. That just sucks. I had it all pretty much done. Now I gotta go back over a lot of things. I'm sorry, guys. I might go over one of the other things here or there throughout the video. Doing this, I don't have Dama here today to watch the camera at all, so yeah, I just lost like most of the review. That just sucks. I had it all pretty much done. Now I gotta go back over a lot of things. I'm sorry, guys. I might go over one of the other things here or there throughout the video. It's gonna take a little while. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that really sucked. I'm just gonna go over it, through it, and speed through it as quick as I can now, because that just took way too long for going through all that again. So yeah, one thing. Sorry, guys. That just really threw me off bad. You guys might want to get you guys are going to probably want to get I'm sorry, that just really bothered me. You guys are probably going to want to get one of these tanks, the K-Funds. This is the clone. They're pretty cheap, not too bad. Don't worry about that. I'll put some prices and all that, the info and all that. I've discovered something in the menu here. You can apparently adjust, well, not adjust, what you can do is you can charge phones off it too. If you just if you hold this button here if you hold the button, this side button here for a long time, it'll say mobile out. So you can charge phones off it. Pretty easy to do, not a big deal. Yeah, not hard to do. You can charge phones on it. You can get an adapter on like eBay or something. I'll leave links to that. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to show you the way the tanks will look on all of them before we go into the mod itself, and I show you more things about it. Sorry, I know everything just got moved around on you guys. What happened was the camera stopped, so now everything's everywhere, and I don't know where everything was going, as I was getting ready to clean up some of the stuff, because I pretty much finished the video, and now I gotta go back through shit, and yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I know this is a long video. They're not normally going to be this long, but I'm reviewing a lot of things into it at once, so back to it. Tanks that fit on there, okay, look decent. Pro Tank 2, not bad. Spire Nautilus Mini, you guys have already seen that a lot. They look exactly the same way in the other ones. Not a big difference at all. I'll go through it for you guys real fast. Yeah. This is the Aero Tank Mega, adjustable airflow, a few things like that. It looks decent on there. You can screw this thing up so it'll match tanks without letting them break. It makes it easier so things don't get messed up. I've had people come in with broken 510s. I might have already said that. I'm not fully sure. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it works nice in there for that too. Piece right here, I might have already said this. So you can charge phones off it. Pretty easy to do, not a big deal. Yeah, not hard to do. You can charge phones on it. You can get an adapter on like eBay or something. I'll leave links to that. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to show you the way the tanks will look on all of them before we go into the mod itself, and I show you more things about it. Sorry, I know everything just got moved around on you guys. What happened was the camera stopped, so now everything's everywhere, and I don't know where everything was going, as I was getting ready to clean up some of the stuff, because I pretty much finished the video, and now I gotta go back through shit, and yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I know this is a long video. They're not normally going to be this long, but I'm reviewing a lot of things into it at once, so back to it. Tanks that fit on there, okay, look decent. Pro Tank 2, not bad. Spire Nautilus Mini, you guys have already seen that a lot. They look exactly the same way in the other ones. Not a big difference, not a big difference at all. I'll go through it for you guys real fast. Yeah. This is the Aero Tank Mega, adjustable airflow, a few things like that. It looks decent on there. You can screw this thing up so it'll match tanks without letting them break. It makes it easier so things don't get messed up. I've had people come in with broken 510s. I might have already said that. I'm not fully sure. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it works nice in there for that too. Piece right here, I might have already said this. The reason why it doesn't fit it perfectly, the reason why there's a little bit of air gap there between it, is so you can get the airflow down to like your 3-hole style. Yeah. Also, the Nautilus regular, the big one, looks okay on there. You might want to get a solid steel. You can get those. Sorry, almost had a hiccup. You can get those online for about $5 to $20. I probably put up a link for that one. I'm not in reviews on those right now. I'm just trying to show you what it'll look like. So, back to these. I'm going to put these all away. Well, no, I'll show you on here real quick what they'll look like. K-Fun on here will look okay. Yeah, not too bad. It's not going to fire it at all because it doesn't have I don't have it adjusted down to reach it, so it would work, but you have to adjust things like the contact pin on this because these things don't have the floating pins like everything else does. So yeah, you can make it work, no trouble. I just don't really care to put my K-Funs in those. Yeah, so you want to make something stronger, you just throw this part in there, the little beauty ring, a plinth, something like that. It's nice as it'll fit in there. Makes things stronger for tanks. Yeah, I'll show you real quick how they vape, and I'll show you the yeah. I'm gonna show you. No, I'll show you guys the menu first. I'm a little bit stressed out about all this stuff because I already went over it. Now I have to do it a second time, but still, I want to make sure you guys get everything you can know. It goes all the way from 3 watts all the way up to 15 watts, 3 volts all the way up to 6 volts. So here's your menu: power, voltage, LCD. Oh no, sorry, it went out of it again. Power, voltage, things like that, LCD, your display, what you want to display. You can display your resistance, your battery, well, how much you have left in the battery. You can also use that trick to charge phones to check your battery quick and then get back out of it. It's pretty easy to do because it shows you a little bar what your battery looks like. There's no other way to do that, so don't be too concerned about it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, so we're all done with those. I'll throw them, well, yeah, I should show you. They'll look on there real quick. This is the V3. That was on the V5. I was showing you the tanks. They don't look too bad on there. Match it pretty solid, look pretty nice. You can also adjust that part up too, like I was telling you, to make it look proper. The Mini will match pretty nice on pretty much everything you put it on, unless it's giant, like the E-Huge. Looks nice on there, fits it pretty solid. Barely even has the air hole part on the bottom, but this thing has side air hole anyway, so you're not going to get that restriction that I was talking about if you screw that thing up too high, this piece, this top section, you lose some of your air, you lose your airflow to you lose your airflow to tanks that are like that have the bottom three holes, like the little Pro Tank here. The holes are on the bottom there on the 510 connection, so you're gonna lose that when it comes to other ones. Make sure there's no battery. Yep, nothing. Not a big deal. Okay. Now I want to show you guys one more thing on here for tanks. They actually look pretty nice. I don't like Pro Tank 2s, honestly, too much. And even the mini ones I don't like. I do not like Kangar as a brand much of it all. I can't comment on the Aero Tank Mega. It looks not too bad on there. And yeah, so. Fits on there pretty nice. Looks decent. It comes with a solid steel piece for it too. And not too much money, about 25 to 30 something I think online, not too bad. On here, it looks pretty nice with the full Nautilus, like I was saying. I think I already showed you that. I think, yeah, you can get the stainless steel section for it online pretty cheap, pretty easy to install. Has no problems. If I already have one at home, I just don't bring that tank with me anymore, so I don't use it. So those are all set. Those are all done. I'm going to show you the menu real quick. Yep, there we go. And this piece has no holes cut. I think I might have shown you. No holes at all for like getting airflow through it. So that you guys know. Okay, the menu. When you're scrolling through, it goes by 0.5 increments for watts. Volts is 0.1, so It goes from 3 volts all the way up to the full 6 volts. It's pretty easy to scroll through it. Yeah, you can turn off your LCD screen, so when taking hits on it, it'll I'll just turn that on real fast for you. Yeah, one sec. LCD off. Now it's off. You can go through the menu to do that one. So when I go to here, it's firing right now. It'll still say something on the screen. Usually, you have a tank on there. It'll still vape just like normal. It just shuts that off so it won't light up in the dark or something. Or if you just don't like seeing that, there's not always a reason to. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. One thing I wish these had was a lock feature, so that way you can leave it on without being able to fire it or change settings. That would be very nice to have. Well, yeah, that's pretty much covering everything for that matter on it. When it comes to the menus and all that, it's pretty basic. You want to test your resistance, you just hold down yeah, sorry, well, for checking the battery, hold down the left side, it'll tell you the volts, that's your battery. Well, yeah, your battery is right here. For volts, it'll say 4.2 when it's full. It'll say about 6.7, no, not 6.7, it'll say about 3.7 to 3.4ish when it's dead, and that's when the battery will completely quit. And they want to give you a warning. You won't know. It'll just die. So yeah, that'd be nice to have a little warning on it or something. I don't know. It can't be too hard to put one in there, but yeah, that's everything on it. I'll show you a quick vape on the hottest and the coldest real fast. Well, the hottest wattage, and the coldest, well, the least watts, and then the most watts, and in between somewhere. I'll tell you my recommendations for leaving on things. Real quick, the Pro tanks, you don't want to put them much higher than about 6, well, yeah, you don't want to put them much higher than 8 watts to 12 watts. Anything in between there, you're running pretty safe, but it's going to be running a little hot. So 3 watts. Yeah, it's not even getting any smoke at all right now. Yeah, let's see if it's reading it. Yep. Nothing. Six watts. I'll jump straight to 15. Yep. Good quality vape. Tastes great. I decided to change my mind on the CE4s and that. I'm not going to show you how that works. I mean, I did that the first time, but there's no point to it, because CE4s, you're not going to have one of these for these anyway. It's even if you get one with it, it's still going to suck, because this thing will burn out at like less than, anything close to even 5 volts will kill this tank instantly, and I already burnt it during the video to show you guys. It tastes burnt as all hell. You put the highest you want to go on this is like 4.4 if you get one. Just to let you know, don't worry about that. I'm going to slap these all back in their boxes real quick so I have some space. Alright, yeah. So, back to that. Yes, they work pretty nice for you. I recommend the Vamo extremely. It works very, very, very well. It's given me no real problems. On this one I noticed the button got a little... They do have the exact same screens, by the way, the exact same menus and all of that. Nothing at all is different. You can even do the charging ability on here, too, if you get one of the adapters I was talking about from, like, eBay, maybe Amazon. Amazon's very restrictive, so hard to say. Yeah, so you can do that. These pins don't stick out too far on some of the later models of the V3s. It's hard to... You can't always know if you got a later model or not. This one sticks out, not too much, but this one sticks out a lot. This one over here sticks out a lot, so just a word of warning. Some of them are like that. This piece right here sometimes gets a little bit moved around. I recommend wrapping a cloth on each end, putting it in a big vise, and just clamping it down slowly. You get it back to normal. Happens on the V3s and the V5s. It'll start to slowly slide out from the battery pressure in the spring, so that's going to happen. Yeah, the higher up you go in voltage or wattage, you're going to get a better vape. That's just how it is in general. But you got to make sure you have a tank that can do that. If you don't, you're not going to have a good tank. I mean, if you have a bad tank, it's going to give you problems from the beginning, generally. I do not trust Ganger Tank for any matter at all. They gurgle, they have problems a lot. I mean, Aerotank Mega might be better. They say they have new coils, but I've heard the new coil story before. I'll probably try it out myself later on and give you guys my review on them. We'll see. None of my videos will usually be this long. It's just the first two, because the E-Huge is my first video, plus I know so much about it, I had to get it all out there, because no one talks enough about that one. And the Vamos, there's a lot of talk of them going on, but no one goes in like a full-depth detail thing. No one but me is even, that I've seen on any of the reviews ever, has even discovered the ability to charge like phones and that. And it's not a new ability, clearly. I mean, if it's in the V3 and that thing's old and discontinued, that's just how it is. So, yeah. It's on, yeah, I have it on, put on full 15 watts and show you guys that again real quick. I need a quick vape. This has been a really hectic day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that felt nice. So, yeah, well, yeah, I can leave that battery in there for later or something or whatnot, you know. Yeah, the strains don't scratch too bad. They stick out a little bit, like I was telling you. Just be nice to it. Don't sit there and scuff it too much unless you intend to scuff it or something like that, you know. I'll slap these back in there. Yeah, that pretty much concludes most of the review for it. Recommendation on getting it? High. I really recommend you get it. Would I buy it myself? Well, yeah, I'd definitely buy it. I mean, I did buy it, so I didn't buy the V3, but I probably, if I didn't have the V5, I probably would have bought the V3 knowing how much as I do about it now. I mean, as long as they don't have any troubles, but I've heard they really don't have too many. I mean, it can't give me too many problems. Yeah. So, yeah, I'd definitely buy it. It's worth the cost, and it for $50 to, yeah, from $35 without batteries to $50 with them, that's really worth it. You'll want to get better batteries, though, trust me. The ones that come with they're exceptional, but they are nothing at all special. That's just pretty much known. So I know what you guys are getting a little bit excited about over there. Mention the EMIC, 30-watt device, tells you your hits, your resistance, and all that stuff, things like that. This will be coming up very, very soon. It just really depends on when I get a good tank for it, or when I get a chance to build my coil good enough. So I want to make sure I can truly show this thing off and its abilities, not just a bad coil and a good tank. Because anyone can get a good tank, but you can't always get a good coil, and you can't always make a good coil either. It really depends on how you're doing with them. Like, my coil's running pretty good right now, for all you RDA users out there that are watching this. But yeah, I'll show you the vape on this real quick, and then I think it's about time to head out, because this video's dragged on way too much. You guys have things to do in your day. I have things to do in mine. I'm going to take a puff, you guys take one with me, and I'm heading out. Here at Smokin' Bear. See you guys next time.